What's up, everybody? Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. There is a lot that needs to be talked about, so let's go. First thing I want to talk to you guys about is that the world is a beautiful place. It's so magic, so wonderful. It's also a scary place as well. What do I mean by that? Well, here's the thing. 20-year-old glamour model Chloe Ailing was held captive for 6 days while a criminal gang tried to auction her off online as a sex slave. Now, you're probably wondering, what the hell? Well, this is the thing that happened. She told the police what happened. She believed that she was drugged when she went to this photo shoot that she was booked to go to in Milan. And afterwards, two men came up to her. One held her by the neck, the other one held her in her back, and they put some sort of horse tranquilizer in her, and they stuffed her into a bag and bundled up into a car on July the 11th. And it was just so scary because she was there for a photo shoot and everything along the way, and this happened as she was trying to go to the location of the photo shoot. Now, when she woke up, she realized that she was handcuffed, like her wrists and her ankles were handcuffed, and that she had adhesive tape on her mouth, and she was able to breathe, and the little small in the bag that she was in, and it's just scary to hear about this kind of things because you have all these kidnap stories and everything along the way, and some of it's good, some of it's bad, but it's just scary. And when they arrived to the house, it was like some little off town or something. She told the police officers that she was tied up to furniture for 6 days and that the abductors, apparently there was four of them, they had two motives. They had either to get the agency that she was with, to pay a ransom of $300,000, or if they didn't get the money, they would auction her off on the dark web. And they took photos of her and they auctioned her off and everything on the way. Now, her captors, they were discussing everything on the way, they go on the dark web and everything, and they find out something about the model that they didn't know about that. Apparently, Chloe is a mom, and she posted pictures on her social media, so like Facebook, Instagram, that kind of thing. And when they saw this, they thought, wait a minute, we kidnapped the wrong person, because they apparently they talked about that isn't up to their speed, or they don't do this, that kind of thing, or along the way. And so one of the captors, they released her, they released her without harming her or anything along the way, or receiving payments after learning that she had a child. And so one of the captors, they brought her to the British consul on Milan on July 17th. So after 6 days and everything along the way, one of the captors was 30-year-old Louise Herba, and Herba was charged with kidnapping for the purpose of extortion. And then apparently, Chloe and Herba knew each other, and that's kind of weird at the same time. You're like, do they really know it? Do they really know each other? Well, apparently, according to a source, they met in a photo shoot in April, and that people thought that this whole thing was a scam or just trying to get money and everything on the way. And yet, it took the abductors months and months to plan this. But at the same time, you ask yourself, did they do any research on her, or did they do any sort of research, or anybody they try to do? And you go over there, and again, this is all scary to hear about this kind of thing, and it's just, why? Why do people do this kind of thing? But then again, you think, yeah, we have a corrupt world somewhat, and at the same time, we have to work out and try to be there for one another. So that's that kind of thing. And then we're going to move on to Australia. You guys, it will be so dope to go to Australia just one day or for like a week or something, just to explore everything there is out there, except for this kind of story. In Australia, 16-year-old Sam Kaniza, I hope I say it right, waded into the water off Brighton Beach last Saturday. And, there wasn't unusual for the team because, he's grown up in that area of Melbourne and everything along the way. Now, part of this is because his family's active. They go and they participate in triathlons and they frequently swim in the ocean and everything along the way. Now, Sam's feet were sore, from football practice earlier that day. And, he put his feet out in the water for like a half an hour and everything along the way. He stood up, his feet were his feet were in the deep of the dark of the water, and he was out there listening to his music, just relaxing everything all the way. And as soon as he got his feet out of the water, he started to notice something. He started to notice that his feet were bleeding. and he was wondering, what in the world is this? So he hobbled his way back to his house, and he was calling his dad. He's like, Dad, Dad, I need you to come downstairs. Come downstairs. There's a lot going on. I need you to come check this out. And his dad was like, what is going on? He goes downstairs, and he sees that his son has a ton of bite marks on his arm, on his leg. It's like basically like somebody was picking at his leg with a pen repeatedly and everything along the way. And along with that, he was losing a massive amount of blood. And so it's really scary to hear about this, and you try to figure out what is going on in Australia and like what is in their waters. So they basically, what they did was they went to the hospital, and while they were going to the hospital, Sam was describing that his pain level went from like an 8 to a 10 on everything along the way. So maybe Baymax can probably help him out. If you don't get that reference, I'm sorry. But when the doctors and nurse tried to see his legs, they were baffled by all the blood and everything along the way, and they were trying to figure out what is on his legs, or like what bit him and everything along the way. So to try to figure out what this was, his dad, Jared, went back to the location where his son went to rest his legs and everything along the way, and he went out there. He was decked out, he was ready. He had two, not one, but two wetsuits just to make sure, he was protecting everything along the way. And he also had a pool net, and he had some raw meat just to see what was actually out there. When he got out there, y'all, he collected thousands. I kid you not, thousands of mice. Each of them about 2 millimeters long. And y'all, when you see the picture, I kid you not, the picture of these mice and the picture of Sam's legs, it's just, just scary and everything. And people were trying to figure out what the hell are these things. It wasn't until Jeffrey Walker Smith, a marine biologist at the Museum Victoria in Melbourne, identified the mites as, I'm going to say this wrong, you guys, lacetid amphibians, or commonly known as sea fleas. So they don't cause a lot of lasting damage, but oh my god, that was just and they occur in swarms, so they swim around in swarms and everything, and they go around, they look for dead fish, and they go and they eat it in no time flat. It's just like, that's it. The dead fish is gone. It's everything along the way. And you're probably wondering, how did this happen to Sam along the way? Well, there might be a theory that Sam, while he was, he put his feet out there, he was just unlucky, basically. He put his feet out there, and, he didn't know that there was a swarm of these dead, of these sea fleas out there, and so that's what happened and everything along the way. And, you just look at it and you just go, ooh, you kind of want to go to Australia, but at the same time, you don't want to go to Melbourne because of that issue and everything along the way. But I'm going to go, if I got the chance to go to Australia, I will still go to Melbourne. I just want to go to that certain area, okay? But yeah, it's a little scary to hear about that kind of thing, everything along the way. And frankly, he is recovering, and that's a good thing, He knowing him, he probably won't be doing any triathlons for a while, but more power to you guys, and I wish you guys the best of luck on your recovery as well. And then finally, you've got Sinéad O Connor. Sinéad O Connor, she's singer-songwriter, and she recently posted a video on her Facebook talking about her struggles with mental illness and how it has left her with no friends, no family, wondering what's the point of living, and like how she's living in a motel room in the, quote-unquote, she said, in the arse end of New Jersey. So check out just a little bit of this video, and you guys feel free to tell me what you think about it.
I hope that this video is somehow helpful. Not actually to me, but the fact I know that I'm only one of millions and millions and millions of people in the world that are just like me, actually. They don't have necessarily the resources that I have in my heart or my purse, for that matter. I was able to escape my country and escape stigma and escape all the things that meant it okay for everybody to use the fact that I suffer from 3 mental illnesses as something to beat me with rather than as something with which they might, be compassionate. I'm now living in a Travelodge motel in the arse end of New Jersey. I've got a fucking kidney stone. I'm all by myself, and there's absolutely nobody in my life except my doctor, my psychiatrist, the sweetest man on earth who says I'm his hero. And that's about the only fucking thing keeping me alive at the moment. The fact that I'm his bloody hero. And that's kind of pathetic. And I gave so much love in my life. And I just can't understand.
Now, if you don't know Sinead O'Connor, she's best known for a 1990 Prince paid hit, "Nothing Compares to You," and it's a really good song. You guys should check it out. Hear it everything along the way. I was born in the 90s, so as a 90s child, it was a good song. And more than a decade ago, O'Connor she told Oprah that she was dealing with bipolar disorder in 2003, and she set off a few alarms last year in May of 2016 after posting a series of hints of possible suicide on her Facebook page before going missing on a bike ride in Chicago. And then this past May of this year, she threatened suicide when she lost custody of her 13-year-old son. Now, she's been married 4 times and she has 4 children. She said on her latest Facebook post that if it weren't for her 4 children, that she just wouldn't be around anymore. There is a lot that people deal with. I've had friends who have actually committed suicide, and it's really scary to hear that kind of thing. And you just want to go back in time and try to help that person out before all this event takes place and everything on the way. And you just don't know whether or not it will be a good thing or a bad thing. And I pray for you, Sinead O'Connor, and I pray that you get all the help that you can. I know you're going to your doctors and everything along the way, but I do pray for you, and I know a lot of other people pray for you as well, and so much more. And it's just go out there, live each day to the fullest. Like I always tell my friends, sometimes I get sad myself, and I look and I go, you gotta keep going, Brian. You gotta keep going, everything along the way. And that's the main point, you guys. You got to keep going with life. If something bad happens to you, just keep going, okay? And with that being said, let me know what you guys think about the whole model being kidnapped, the whole fish eating sea bugs, Sinead O'Connor, and anything else you got on your mind. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what is on your mind, people. I am here for you. I love you guys so much, okay? I love you guys, no matter what. So, thank you. You guys have a wonderful day. Peace out.